Yeah, hey there, Sharon, Rick. District Attorney Todd Spitzer of Orange County has been raising concerns over this visa waiver program as it applies to Chilean nationals for some time. He says the program allows citizens of Chile to come into the United States for a visit without first getting a criminal background check done. He says it's a big problem, and now he has some allies that agree with him. He had a roundtable today at the Orange County District Attorney's Office. Here's some video from that. One of the people at the roundtable was U.S. Speaker of the House Kevin McCarthy. He and a congressional delegation, along with other lawmakers and law enforcement officers, talked about the issue. Spitzer explained to them one of the problems with this program is that when these Chilean nationals come into the United States, some criminal gangs have taken advantage of this program. The fact that there are no criminal background checks done, they come into the United States, commit crimes, and go back to Chile before they can be arrested. And he said even in cases where they arrest some of them, say for a burglary or a robbery, and they go to court and the judge asks them, well, what's their criminal background when they're trying to determine what kind of bail should be set, Spitzer says the prosecutors have to say, we don't know what their criminal background is. And even if they do get bail or if they get let go or maybe get a low bail and are released, he says they don't show up for their hearings again. So McCarthy was here. He says he agrees something needs to be done. He says the Secretary of Homeland Security should take action and suspend this program. He says if the Secretary does not, he could put in an appropriations bill a condition that money for that particular visa waiver program will be withheld until this issue is addressed. And it's not just Republicans in Congress raising concerns. Democratic congressional members have raised concerns as well, including Congressman Lou Correa from Orange County, who wrote a letter to the Chilean ambassador about this problem. Today, we obtained a letter back to Congressman Correa from the Chilean ambassador, where the Chilean ambassador expressed dismay over this problem, said they do want to address it. Let's put up part of the response from the Chilean ambassador on your screen now. We'll read it to you. It says, in part in the response, it says, over the last few months, the government of Chile and the Department of Homeland Security have been negotiating an agreement that will strengthen the technical and human resources capacities of our police in order to share with the United States in a timely manner the criminal records of ESTA applicants, as well as issuing alerts on travelers to the United States. We are very close to reaching a consensus. At a news conference after that roundtable today, we asked for a reaction to that letter from Speaker McCarthy.
My first reaction would be, let's stop the visa program until the agreement is solved. Why would we continue to allow, if 350,000 Chileans are coming to America every single year, we have a rise in crime, why wouldn't we just stop that program until the agreement is reached? I imagine the agreement would be reached faster if the program would stop. So I would direct the Secretary of Homeland to stop the program today until we get it fixed. If it's not fixed by next week, we will put it into our bill.
Now, we were not able to reach out to the Department of Homeland Security today for a response to some of McCarthy's comments or a response to that letter from the Chilean ambassador. For now, reporting live here in Santa Ana, I'm Chip Yost, KTLA 5 News.